So we are in Littleferry on the east side of Scotland. What, we've been here about a week, but where have we been? So before we start by telling you what we're up to, let's tell you where we've been over the past week. We set off on Friday. Your birthday, wasn't it?
It was
I was
my
like, what's the
40th.
date?
It was my
Friday.
40th birthday.
And I sort of shit my pants when I looked at the weather because I think it was off the back of Hurricane Storm Ian, but it looked like the entirety of Scotland was covered in rain. So wherever we went, it was going to be raining. And I think the journey up here was beyond biblical. I've never quite driven in anything like it. There was a point where I couldn't see the road or cars in front of me. But hey, we actually made really good time, weirdly, and got to Moffat. What was it? Grey Mare's Tail.
Yeah.
We ended our trip last time there, but we lost all the footage, so I was never able to show you. But this time, yeah, we parked up, and as it had been raining so much, we parked by this river and could see the waterfall, and that was just absolutely kicking off. It was going mental, wasn't it, on the Friday night? And then on the Saturday, it sort of calmed down quite a bit. But that's one of our favourite spots, isn't it?
It is one of our favourite spots.
And so yeah, we stayed there on the Friday, enjoyed Kez's birthday and celebrations.
We drank champagne by a waterfall.
We stayed at Grey Mare's Tail. Lovely, it's an amazing park up, like in terms of what you can do. We were going to walk the loch up there, but the rain coming and going, we didn't, and so we might do it on the way back. That'd be quite fun. But yeah, where that is, it's in Moffat, and so on the other side of that loch, the other side is Megget Reservoir. We stayed out on our first time on the way out, and that was truly amazing. We've got glassy water in the morning on the reservoir, but check out that video. That was such a lovely place. Free to stay overnight. Amazing. So yeah, left Grey Mare's Tail, headed off to Loch Lomond, a favourite of ours.
Yeah.
Again, check out our Loch Lomond video from May, where we stayed on the other side of Loch Lomond at the bottom of Ben Lomond. Lovely park up,
Which I believe might not actually be there anymore.
Yeah, I think we might have been one of the last few to trial that before. I think restrictions and just a few things we've heard about coming in. Sad times. Should go back before we got to Loch Lomond. Where are we? Here at the bottom of Loch Lomond, by the Sea Life Centre. I'll put it up on the map. You can use the marines or the slipways showers for free. Called up, spoke to a lovely chap. He was overly helpful, told me what time they open, closed, and they have a set of free showers. I mean, they were amazing for me to use. They didn't work for Kez, and then when I used them, it went from extremely cold to scalding hot, but I was happy to have a shower, let alone a free shower.
And also, I could have probably gone and asked if the women's showers were working, but everyone else feel like that. I'm really bad at, I don't know, asking for things like that. I just feel, a bit strange. And Tris was like, just use the men's, and it's like, ugh.
Well, I said I'd come in with you.
Well, yeah, obviously.
You in the men.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm a bit of a wimp when it comes to those things, which is daft. Between May and September, you have to have a permit to park in Loch Lomond anyway.
Well, and camp, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, £5. £5 permit.
Yeah. But this time of year, because we were on the 1st of October by the time we got there, it was free to free to camp there, wasn't it? We still had to pay for parking for the time we were there, but we stayed at this particular park up at the bottom of Loch Lomond, right next to the hydro power station. But yeah, park up was amazing. Again, it's right on the shorelines of Loch Lomond. You get to sit on the beach when the weather's a little bit nicer. It rained whilst we were there. Sort of a common theme so far of this trip. And yeah, you can have a little wander around some sort of like woods and trees, the beach.
Yeah.
It's not very big, but it's very nice in nice weather. And then there's this sort of like architecture pyramid thing that was installed.
It's like a viewpoint.
Yeah, it's a viewpoint, really nice. Like, we were the only ones there for a period of time. That was really cool, wasn't it? You get to see, when the sun was breaking out, you got to see over the loch. And then we took a walk up towards Loch Lomond, and as the weather has been here, very intermittent. We've gone from cloud, sun, rain, wind, but yeah, it's been pretty crazy, isn't it, Kez?
Yeah.
But yeah, walked up to the top of Loch Lomond. I thought we were going to get blown away because it got so windy. I don't think I've ever experienced winds that crazy. It's a lovely walk, big open path, so it's not very challenging, it's just quite steep all the way up. But yeah, we walked out that and back to the car park for the night. But yeah, cool car park, no fresh drinking water, but there are toilets open till, 8? Said 8.
Yeah, the main. But yeah, from there we had a waterfall day, didn't we?
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Yeah, we went to the Falls of Falloch, which is actually really lovely. It's one of those ones where it's just straight from the car park.
Yeah, really quick, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
coffee stop, isn't it?
yeah, just off the side of the road, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pull in, park up, and 5-minute walk?
Yeah, if that.
If that, and then you get to them and you can just sort of like, I guess, a walk in and a walk out.
It'd be very cool in the summer. A lot of these places, I imagine, would be a lot busier in the summer because people would be in the water.
Yeah, I think so. Like from a Google search, it looks like people do kayaking when the water's really kicking off there. That looked mental.
Oh, wow.
And
That
then,
waterfall?
yeah.
Oh, really?
And then we came back on ourselves, didn't we? Back down. Or did we go up?
We went up to the bridge.
Yeah, we went up, didn't we?
That's the second time we've been to this spot. It's a gorgeous park up, isn't it? It's really, really, really lovely. You're right next to, there's like a country road, lots of passing places. There's a little car park with a couple of portaloos, and then you're literally right next to the waterfalls. And it's, yeah, May was stunning. October was stunning.
Well,
It's
in May, we were able to sit on the edge, weren't we?
Yeah.
Like on some of the
Have a
rocks
beer.
and watch, have a beer, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch the sunset and then watch like the water move around. This time of year though, the water was going mental and we were able to get nowhere near we were, not surprisingly, but it's just the difference in how much extra water there was.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a lovely park up. Check out our previous episode when we were there. But this time we carried on walking the track. I think it's originally probably one of those forest like logging routes, I think, what it would be. But again, it's sort of like, I don't know, a couple of metre wide track, isn't it? That we could just walk along.
It was epic, wasn't it?
Great if you're into mountain biking
Insane.
or just open cycling. Yeah, views were fucking incredible,
they
weren't
were
they?
absolute. We walked right up to a top point where I think it was like an old quarry had been left, hadn't it?
Yeah, we walked past
Little
that one quarry, didn't
pool.
we?
Yeah, and that was, and the views, it was just, stunning, wasn't it?
Yeah, just like looking back down into the valley, wasn't it? Watching all the water go over one waterfall and then down to the next one. But yeah, it was just incredible. We love that spot. Portaloos still there, which is nice. And they've added another picnic table. A bit cold to...
Barbecue place.
Yeah, really set up.
Yeah, it is. It's really set up.
Bit cold this time of year and probably too many midgies the other times of year, but hey.
I don't know, in May there's no midgies.
No, true, but we didn't have a fucking barbecue, did we? It's too cold.
Well, no, that's true. Yeah, it's a bit chilly. But yeah, so we stayed there for a night. Then we did the showers at Glencoe. So as you're driving along the A82, you go past the Glencoe. Is it the ski range?
The Glencoe Mountain Ski Resort.
There you go.
Or something along those lines.
And if you pull into the car park, you'll see in the top left there's showers, and they are £1 for 5 minutes. Nice, nice all round.
Pretty sweet and simple, isn't it? You just don't have to speak to anyone, go into these shipping container all inside. It's actually quite warm in there, and they've got drying rooms as well.
Oh yeah, couldn't rate those showers more. And then where did we go from our showers? Where was our...
So we went and checked out a couple of park ups, didn't we? We checked out the one by the Loch. Well, we've actually stayed along Glencoe before and done the old James Bond road, and again, check out this video to see more of that. But this time we had found that we could stay by a loch, but the weather had turned pretty crap again. It was just raining, so we weren't really going to get out and do too much because we've got no way of really drying stuff too efficiently. Which sounds mental as we've come to Scotland, doesn't it, really? But so far we've sort of become quite lucky. We're pretty lucky we're not getting wet.
I can't even think of the Loch. I can't.
Yeah, so we pulled in. Remember, you got really angry.
That's so not.
And I was like,
He's lying.
and yeah, we drove to there, and then I saw there was a viewpoint. But yeah, parked up in Tony's Viewpoint car park, and that was really nice. There's a height barrier, so it kind of meant anything over 2 metres you weren't getting in, so we luckily just fit under that. So we were there by ourselves all night. Not surprising, it rained the whole time we were there. Lovely to see. There was a couple of people who tented the night before in the spot we were viewing. What a spot to camp in. The view was absolutely incredible, even though it was raining. So yeah, we'll put the what 3 words for that. So if you're a car camper or under 2 metres, get yourself in there, mate. Not a lot of space to park really. A little bit worried in the morning because it was pretty wet overnight and saturated the floor, and I could see ourselves skidding. But luckily we got away with it. After Glencoe we drove to Fort William for a supply run. Nice little stop in it, Fort William. You got like a Lidl, Morrison's, fuel stops. But yeah, went and got our snacks and supplies, and then headed round for a little attraction we saw, Highlands to Hammocks, create a video on, and we went to Old Boat of Ben Nevis. And that brings you back to where we are now. Where are you, Kez?
At Littleferry?
Yes, we are at Littleferry on the east coast of Scotland. One of our favourite spots. We found it on our first trip to Scotland, and yeah, keep coming back every time. One of the reasons we're here as well, a little bit before our schedule in our plan. God, that makes me sound fun. Was we were at Knock-and-Crag, lovely point. Oh, it was absolutely amazing. But on the second day in a row, we got absolutely soaked. We were in the mountains, so it was just like rain, no rain, rain, no rain.
Well, we also seemed to go for a walk to the top of Knock-and-Crag at exactly the point that the heavens open.
It didn't happen. It didn't rain again for like another 2 hours, did it? But somehow we thought, yeah, let's go now whilst it's not raining. Got all the way to the top, and the heavens opened up, and the hailstones kicked in. And we saw on the east coast it was slightly less, and we saw this particular park up was looking pretty good, so we headed here yesterday, got here, and the weather was a little warmer.
Oh, it was blue skies.
There was blue skies,
yeah.
There was a little bit of sunshine,
and
so we went for a little wander in the sand dunes and along the beach.
Yeah, it was lovely, wasn't it?
Oh, it was beautiful, Kez. It was beautiful.
Tris likes warmer weather.
I do, and you know why I've come to Scotland. But this place is amazing. But yeah, I'm not one for anything too cold unless we're out skiing.
I'm not one for anything too hot unless we're by a pool.
Oh, we're perfect. But yeah, so it was just nice coming here. We could actually have the door open, get in and out of the van, and weren't like freezing cold straight away. The van was at an adequate temperature. Anyway, I'm going on too much, you get the idea. It was absolute bliss here yesterday. And it's such a fun park up. Like you get that beach vibe. It's all sandy in the car park, and then you walk over these dunes and onto the beach, and then like, we're just walking around the forest bit. This place is just massive, and there's so many deer in here as well. Every time we've come here, we've seen deer. And this time of year is, what is it, mating and rutting season, we've learned.
They rut as part of the mating, don't they? With their horns, like, oh,
yeah,
she's my woman.
And so we'd heard deer at a previous park up, like a lot of deer everywhere, couldn't see them. And then at Knock-and-Crag, could hear them, saw them out the back of the car park like we did before, which is pretty sick. And I went to go and see if there were some stags, but they were too far away to kind of really record and capture. We could just hear it sort of like in the early evening if we were quite quiet, or deer, yeah, all in the surrounding mountains. But I just kept being woken up, and I'm not complaining, but it was just weird, so we kept woken up all night, all through the night till we woke up, wasn't it? We still heard them in the morning, like on the other sides of the loch in the other mountains and whatnot. It was just incredible hearing such a noise that living in a city we never hear. It's usually drunk people, but this time it was, yeah, I guess deers and stags and whatnot. It was pretty magical, wasn't it? To be fair. Wow, that is a massive mushroom. Jesus, look at that. See that? It's bigger than my hand. Mental. But if you're a mushroom expert, let me know in the comments below what some of these mushrooms are, because I haven't got a clue, but this place is littered with mushrooms everywhere, all colours, reds, oranges, yellows, some as big as my hand. It'd be cool to know if we could eat any of these for future reference. Can you eat this little bad boy? Let me know in the, probably not this one as it's been knocked, but let me know in the comments. I assume the ones that are particularly red are the ones that will kill you. But.
It'd be a really dangerous way to forage, isn't it?
So yeah, that brings us up to where we are now. Hit that notification bell. Until then,
stay cool, kids.
Stay cool, kids. Until next time. Bye for now.
Bye for now.